大家好，欢迎收听唱歌学中文. Hi everybody, welcome to Sing and Learn Chinese. Today we're going over a song that was requested and it's a collaboration. It's called 思念像烟火 by 赵希宇 and HaKo. So the title 思念 is the feeling of missing somebody, longing. And then 像 means it's similar to or like. 烟火 means fireworks. So missing somebody is like fireworks. Let's see what case the lyricist is going to put before us today. First line, 思念像烟火. Right there, we've got the title. It means longing or missing somebody is just like fireworks. 绚烂后坠落. So 绚烂 is something that's splendid and brilliant and glorious and gorgeous, like fireworks are. 后 means after or behind, in this case after. And then 坠落 is to fall. Yes, like stars falling. Anyways, 退守的承诺. 退守 means to go back, to retreat, and then 承诺 means promise. So 退守的承诺 is the promise that has retreated, or the promise that has fallen back. And then 你给的回忆像一场黑白默片. So 你 is you, 给 is to give, 回忆 is memories. So 你给的回忆 means the memories that you gave. So the in the middle, that character is a possessive. It means that whatever comes before it describes the thing that comes after it. So 你给 means that you gave it, and then 回忆 is memory, so the memories that you gave. 像 we saw that already. 像 means similar to or like. 一场黑白默片. So 片 refers to, in this case, movies, films, and then 黑白 is black and white. 默 means silent, so black and white silent films, and then 一场 is a counter word referring to movie. So 一场电影, 一场影片. So 一场黑白默片 is, it is like a black and white silent film, the memories that you gave. Then we have 分开之后数不清多少日夜. So 分开 is to split up, to part. And then 之后 is afterwards. So after the separation, after we parted, the we is understood, there's no pronouns here. So a lot of things you have to get from context. And then 数不清 means cannot be counted. Like you cannot clearly count because there's just too many to keep track of. 多少 means how many. 多 literally means many. 少 means few or less or little, like not many. So many, not many. 多少 how many. So many. 日夜 日 means day and 夜 means night. So days and nights. So after we separated, I can't count how many days and nights. 我开始分不清到底是怀念 ... This thought is not finished yet, but let's break it down. 我 is me or I. 开始 begins to, starts to, I started to. 分不清 means cannot tell apart, cannot distinguish or discern. 到底 means in the end. 是怀念 it is. 怀念 is like a nostalgic longing for something or someone. So I'm starting to not be able to tell whether this is nostalgia or a longing, or 还是受伤后心脏已经病变. 还是 means or. 受伤 is to be hurt. 后 is after being hurt. 心脏 is the heart. 已经 means already. 病变 is to change in a sick way, a pathological way. 病 literally means an illness or sickness, and then 变 is to change. So I can't tell after we separated whether this feeling comes from nostalgia or like I'm actually I'm sick or something. I think it's more of a metaphorical sickness, but you know. All right. 困在一个下雨的房间. So 困 is to be trapped in, to be like if somebody wrapped you up somewhere and locked you up, tied you, that would be 困. And then 在 is at, in, on, but in this case would be in. 一个 is one. 下雨 is rain, rainy. 下 means down, and then 雨 is rain. So rain coming down, raining. 房间 is room. So trapped in a rainy room. That sounds kind of cool, actually. Also very wet and uncomfortable, but anyways, 不停淋着回忆的碎片. 不停 means non-stop. 停 means stop. 不 means not. So not stopping, non-stop. 淋着 淋 is to be drenched by. So if you're out in the rain, you will get drenched by it. 淋雨 is how you say that. And then 回忆 is memories, and then 碎片 is fragments. So I am being drenched non-stop by fragments of memories, memory fragments. And then 他还在沦陷，怎么收敛? Okay, so I got these lyrics from one of those lyric sources. The 他, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that 他. So in Chinese, 他 can mean he, she, or it, depending on how you write it. The pronunciation is completely the same, but the writing is slightly different. The component on the left will change depending on if you're saying he, she, or it. So I feel like that should be an it, but in this case, they're using he, which, all right, let's go with that. 他还在 is still, he is still, 沦陷 is sinking or falling. And then 怎么收敛, 怎么 is how to, 收敛 is like pull back, restrain himself. And then, yeah, so I don't know why he said he instead of me or it, but anyways, okay. Then we have 明知再回不到从前. 明 is short for 明明, and then 知 is short for 知道, 明明知道, which is the longer way of saying I so-and-so clearly knows, but then you just say 明知 to shorten it. And then 再回不到, 再 here means again, and then 回不到, 回到 means to go back, and then you stick the 不 in between there. 回不到 means cannot go back. Notice the position of the 不, it's interesting. I feel like there's a English term that kind of is similar, but it's like if you say the word absolutely, but in the middle you put bloomin', abso-bloomin'-lutely. There's a term for that in English, although in Chinese this is actually very common. You do this all the time, and it's not unusual. So 回不到, 从前 means the past. So even though I assume it's an I clearly know that I can't return to the past again. 可是我还是会翻阅. Okay, so here we have the I. 我 means the I. 可是 means but. I 还是 still 会 will. 翻阅 is to flip through the pages or memories in this case that you get from the context. And then 满意不止的思念. 满意 is to overflow. And then 不止 is not stopping, cannot end. And then 思念 again is longing, missing somebody. So then we have 就算故事已翻篇，还奢望再见. So 就算 even if 故事 is a story, 已 is short for 已经, which means already, and then 翻篇 is turn the page. So like even if the story is basically ended, like when you finish reading a story, you turn the page, it's over, right? And then 还奢望再见. Still, 还 is still, and then 奢望 is to hope very strongly, extravagantly. 再见 means to meet again. You'll notice that a lot of people when they say bye, they say 再见 because literally it means see you later. So okay, 可我还后知后觉，在原地等你出现. Okay, so 可 is short for 可是, which means but. 我 is I. 还 is 还是 I am still. 后知后觉 is a set phrase, which means slow to realize. 后 means after, and then 知 is to know, 觉 is to feel. So you're kind of like you feel and know things a little bit too late. After everybody else. After when it would have been good for you to know the thing, you know the thing, basically. So 后知后觉 is like I'm slow to catch up. I'm slow to understand, realize, to catch on. And then 在原地 at the original place. 原 is the original or same, and then 地 is place, 等你 is wait for you, 出现 is to appear. So, but I'm still slow to catch on. I'm waiting in the same place for you to appear or reappear maybe. And then 如果倒转时间回到你的身边. So 如果 is if, 倒转 is to rewind, go backwards. 倒 is like backwards, and then 转 is to spin. 时间 is time. 回到 is to return to. I think we saw this before, right? 回不到, but here we have 回到. Okay, and then 你的 your 身边 is your side. 身 is referring to the body, 边 is beside the body. So return to your side. All right. 在回忆里起火，喧嚣后沉默. So 在回忆里, in memories, 起火 is to start a fire, ignite something. And then 喧嚣 is noise, 后 after, 沉默 silence. That's an interesting visual. So basically 喧嚣后沉默 is there's silence after the noise. Okay. 短暂的爱过，又重回到寂寞. So 短暂 is a very short or brief time. 爱过. So 爱 is to love. 过 is have done something. So I have loved. Somebody has loved. And then 又 means again. And then 重回到 is to return to 寂寞. loneliness. So, okay, so that's why they're comparing it to fireworks, I guess. Is like you love somebody for a time and then it's gone. No more fireworks. All right. 飞蛾扑火,失魂落魄. So 飞蛾 are moths, and then 扑火, they fly into the fire. Like, as everybody knows who has ever interacted with moths or watched moths, they are attracted to the light, and even if the light is fire, sometimes they fly into it and die. Yeah, okay. And then 失魂 is losing your soul, or soul is lost. 失 is to lose, 魂 is soul, and then 落魄 is being devastated and dejected. So I guess this singer lyricist is comparing their experience to a moth flying into the fire and dying, and it feels like their soul is devastated. Okay, 擦肩而过,花开花落,日升日没. So 擦肩而过 is another set phrase. It means that you pass by somebody. 擦肩 actually means you brush by somebody's shoulders, and then 而过, 过 is to go past. So it's like somebody you missed. As if you're walking forward, they're walking the other direction, and you kind of just brush shoulders and keep going. So you don't stop and talk and anything. And then 花开花落 is flowers open, blossom, and flowers fall. And then 日升日没. So the sun rises and the sun sets, or 日 means literally the sun, but it can also refer to the day. So the day begins and the day dies. And that's it. That is the 思念像烟火. So what do you think? Did they make a good case that longing for somebody is like fireworks? You tell me. And if you have a song you would like to see explained lyrically, feel free to let me know. And until we sing again, 再见.